What's up, rich people? It's me, Haley, aka Mrs. Dow Jones, and this is Financial Tea. What's up, sippers? Welcome back to Financial Tea. This is the podcast where I teach you how to build wealth with a side of market drama, money scandals, and of course, financial pop culture. And today is a very special episode, which I know that I say probably every episode, but guys, we have a very special guest. It was sort of intense to book this person, this icon really. And I just can't believe that they agreed to do the show. So I'm going to bring them in. It's my Birkin. Our guest is my Birkin. Yes, the rumors are true. I do own a Birkin. And please be nice because the internet is known to actually cyberbully me about this bag because it is patina'd. But I think it's in like an Olsen twin sort of way, definitely not a new Birkin, but a Birkin nonetheless. She's beautiful. She's iconic. She's expensive. And earmuffs, please. I hate her. I sort of hate this bag, you guys. So today's episode is all about why I hate my Birkin, why I think that it is crazy that everyone thinks that these are investment bags, what to actually invest in instead. And yeah, I'm going to spill the tea on this luxury asset because, girl, this became a symbol of success and money, and we need to investigate how we got here and if that's even true. Not because it's not beautiful, it's beautiful. And not because you're not iconic. You are iconic, okay, girl? But it's because buying this was one of the worst financial decisions I've ever made, right behind when I invested in a powdered coconut water company during the pandemic. That is a story for another time. And by the way, we might be out on Birkins, but we are always in on Future Rich Person, my book, which you should pre-order at mrsdowjones.com. It is the new rules for building wealth, even if you are broke, stuck, and that billionaire won't text you back. And I promise it's going to change your life. So make sure that you pre-order now. But first, let's get into the MDJ Market Report so we know what's even happening on Wall Street these days. It's brewed fresh daily. Okay, welcome to the first edition of the Mrs. Dow Jones Market Report. This is basically where I take you through the top stories going on in finance, in market news, and celebrity money pop culture, just so you're up to date and we can kiki a little before the main episode. Okay, first up, the 2026 Winter Olympics are underway. They're in Italy. Everyone is Instagramming their plates of pasta. But what they're not talking about is that the gold medals are actually worth double what they were in Paris 2024. But here's the catch. They're actually smaller. And that is because gold is trading near all-time highs. And just to fill you in, the reason that gold skyrockets in price sometimes is because it is a safe haven asset. And so what that means is that when people are scared about inflation or politics or geopolitics, they run to gold because it makes them feel like it is a safe place to put their money. Like you can hold it, you can feel it. It's not like money where, someone's just printing it. This is like a finite asset that you have to dig out of the ground, and people have always gone to gold as like a financial safety net. So I feel like this massive price strike just gives us like a vibe check for how people are feeling right now about the economy, about the world. Not great, a lot of unease, which makes sense. Things are crazy. But it's just interesting to see that sort of manifested in the Olympics. I also want to give a shout out to Jutta Leerdam, who is, yes, say it with me now, Jake Paul's fiance. That doesn't mean that I stan Jake Paul, but I love Jutta. She is a speed skater and she won gold. And Jutta girl, I'm sorry because it's amazing that you won gold, but like that gold medal that you have is actually gold plated. Yeah, they didn't even use as much gold as they did in Paris for these medals. So times are tough, but we're getting through it. Also, Valentine's Day this week, and it is projected that we are going to spend a record $29.1 billion. But what's crazier is that 35% of people are buying gifts for their pets. And by crazy, I mean I did that. I fully bought my dog a Valentine's Day gift on Saturday. I hope that he gets me something back. But yeah, it's important to show the people and the canines in your life that you love them by buying them junk that they don't need in classic American tradition. Also, shout out Jennifer Garner, one of the best architectural home tours ever, and also now girl boss because her baby food company, Once Upon a Farm, just IPO'd for over $700 million. So Jenna Rink would be proud, and I am proud because not only did she survive having an ex-husband who has a huge lower back tattoo, she now has a company that is public on Wall Street. Okay, now we just need to talk really quickly about Elon, which as though you know other Elons. It's obviously Elon Musk, not a common name. But yeah, the man is officially knocking on the door of becoming the world's first trillionaire. His net worth is now closing in on $800 billion because he merged SpaceX with XAI. So to put that into perspective, he is now worth more than the entire GDP of the Netherlands. And people always ask, how much is an almost billionaire paying in taxes? And the answer is, drumroll please, zero. Zero, because Elon doesn't have a salary, guys. He just takes out massive loans against his stock, and those loans are untaxable. So yeah, let that sink in. You are actually paying more taxes than the world's almost trillionaire. Okay, now we need to talk about my sworn enemy of state. If they have no haters, I am dead. Buy now, pay later. I'm looking at you. Klarna is trying to get you to use buy now, pay later for your rent. And obviously I have an issue with buy now, pay later because it makes you buy things that you don't need with money that you don't have. Pretty obvious argument, if you ask me. But what makes me nervous about them getting into the rental market, and where I think that maybe the government should, step in and not let this happen, is that the 2008 financial crisis was built on people taking out massive loans for homes that they couldn't afford. And then it all collapsed. The housing market collapsed. And there was a financial crisis, as you know. But if people are renting homes that they cannot afford and using buy now, pay later to finance them, they're probably going to default on those loans, don't you think? 41% of people who used buy now, pay later last year couldn't make one of their payments. So to me, it just feels like we're going sort of down a slippery slope here. I am not obsessed with the idea that this is happening. Feels like a Jenga tower, but that's just me. I'll keep you posted. Oh, and then this is sort of cool because I feel like it's really justice for blue collar jobs. But for the first time in 50 years, college grads are losing their edge. The unemployment rate for workers with a 4-year degree has officially surpassed those with trade school degrees. So we have now reached the point in the AI revolution where the smart move is not going to an Ivy League college. It's actually learning a skill. Community college enrollment is up 4%, whereas private universities are completely spiraling because young people have realized that AI is going to take a lot of jobs, but AI cannot fix a burst pipe. AI cannot unclog your toilet. AI cannot fix your HVAC machine. AI will never threaten the jobs of people who build the world, but it will threaten the jobs of people who run the spreadsheets that manage the people who build the world, if that makes sense. Okay, that's the market tea for this week. Now let's get into the main event, the reason you're all here, why I hate my Birkin. For those of you who don't know what a Birkin is, it is a bag from Hermes that was designed at first for Jane Birkin. She actually was on an airplane and just sat next to this man from Hermes, and she was using this huge straw tote as her carry-on bag. And he was like, "Girl, why are you using that straw tote?" And she was like, "I've just never found a bag that really worked for me." And he was like, "Well, I work for Hermes." And so they spent the whole flight talking about what the perfect bag would be. And then they made this bag for her called the Birkin after Jane Birkin. And it's since just become this cultural icon. Why I wanted a Birkin in the first place is that I think that I fell for this myth that if you're a successful woman, all roads do lead to Birkin at a certain point. And that is something that is very present in the culture. Even Alex Earle just signed that big Netflix deal. And honey, she left Paris Fashion Week with a big old Birkin, her first. So it's when you are making it in this world as a woman, that is the bag that you're supposed to have slung over your arm. And I subscribed. So on my 30th birthday, to mark the occasion, I was like, okay, I can either invest in the stock market Or my mom has this friend who she won't tell me who the friend is, but the friend is selling a Birkin and will sell it to me for $7,000. And do I want it? And I was like, yeah, I definitely want it. Fuck the stock market. I'm going to buy that bag. So I've had her for 5 years. I probably worn her less than 5 times. I'm so scared of her, you guys. And like, this is a patinaed bag. Like I said, like she's not in perfect condition at all, but like, I really do just like live with the fear of God in me about her. Like, I'm like scared of the rain. I'm scared of natural elements. I'm scared someone's going to steal it. Like having something so expensive that's physical like this does sort of give me the willies. I thought that $7,000 that I definitely was going to be able to get it back and that it was actually, this bag was going to grow in value because all the headlines are like, the Birkin outperforms the S&P 500. It outperforms gold. Like this bag is an amazing investment. A 2016 study found that Birkins had a 14.2% return over the years of 1984 to 2015. Just to give you context, the stock market usually returns around like 10%. So 14.2%, that's amazing. And it's like this bag that makes you look rich too. So you're getting rich, you're looking rich. I mean, what's not to love? So because of all these things and because I am a girl boss, I did buy one. It is a black 35 Birkin with pebble leather. And I honestly was really overwhelmed when I got it. Like I remember unboxing it and it did just feel like, wow, like I've entered a new part of my life. Like it felt almost like a graduation ceremony. Like there's a before and there's an after. Like I had been crowned part of this special group, you know, like you want access to that club. And it's very much like an if you know, you know, because it's a game to get it. Like even getting it from this woman was a game. And it's a game to get them firsthand too. So it just shows that you're like a little bit about that life. You know what I'm saying? Luxury fashion consultant Robert Burke calls it a rite of passage, whether you are wearing it with Chanel or Lululemon. And I think I definitely subscribe to that. And I think as a financial expert, I also fell for it because Wall Street is constantly telling us that this is an investment too. There's literally hedge funds dedicated to Hermes and Birkin bags. Like asset managers are looking at these as a way to get rich. And I saw Wall Street be so into Birkins. I got into them too. Like the price tag didn't scare me anymore. Like we have the celebrities telling us that this is a status symbol. We have Wall Street telling us that this is an investment. And then we have influencers online showing you how to get them and unboxing them and like building the culture even more. I also thought I was being really savvy. Like I was, like I said, for sure convinced that I was going to at least see the $7,000, if not get a bigger return. Like I saw that 14.2% return stat and like the hedge fund that tracks Birkins. And I was like, this bag is going to be worth like $30,000 in 5 years. Like, honey, this is going to be priceless. Like distressed black Birkin is really going to like change my financial life. But then I had a rude awakening. Because I was, like I said, being so careful about the bag, like never wearing it. And I was like, okay, like maybe I shouldn't have this bag. But then like last year, so 4 years into wearing the Birkin, I'm never actually wearing it because I live in so much fear of like how valuable it's going to be. I'm like, you know what, girl? Like maybe this life is not for you. Like maybe your investments are better in the stock market. You don't have to see them. You don't have to touch them. You don't have to be responsible for them. Maybe like having a physical asset like this is too much pressure and you should just sell it. So I was like, okay, let me sell it. So I go online and I start to sort of get quotes from luxury resellers. And what I found was that this whole idea of a 14% return is a complete myth unless your Hermes bag is the most rare, valuable, hard to get one that you've taken exquisite care of and has basically been hermetically sealed. And the truth is too that there's a ton of them on the market. There's over 1 million Birkin bags on the market. So the demand for them has also gone down. And we all know that prices are set by supply and demand. When there's a lot of supply, there's a lot less demand. And the data doesn't lie either. Like there has been a 36% drop in the value of Birkins on the resale market in the last 3 years. In 2022, you could get 2.2x the price of the bag on the resale market. And in 2025, it dropped to 1.4x. So the big lie is that these are investment handbags, like that it should be completely normalized for us to go to Hermes and spend thousands of dollars on a handbag, even though for most people who you see on TikTok doing that, I guarantee like their Roth IRAs are not maxed out, because it's a status symbol that will also eventually make you rich because it will hold its resale value. And what I'm saying, as someone who's on the other side of that, although I didn't buy my Birkin firsthand, is that the resale value of these bags has been completely conflated. The only Birkins that are really seeing that huge return, that are actually investment pieces, are the ones that are super rare and in pristine condition. If yours is like mine and it's like Olsen twin at the airports, just like has lived a life, you're just not going to see that same return, which makes sense, right? Because if it's an asset, in order for an asset to maintain or grow in value, you have to take exquisite care of it, which means you basically need to like hermetically seal it, read it a book every night, oil it, kiss it, make sure that it's comfortable and not cold, and like never bring it out of your apartment. But these bags are special. Like Hermes really doesn't mess around. Like artisans have to train for 5 to 10 years before they're allowed to even make one of these bags. 5 to 10 years. It's like medical school. Each bag takes a minimum of 18 hours to complete. There's saddle stitching. I mean, it's really beautiful. Like the craftsmanship alone, oh, I just found a lip gloss. The craftsmanship alone really like does deserve the price tag, but I don't know. The exclusivity is just like sort of nuts these days. And obviously I also am obsessed with pop culture, and I do feel like I was brainwashed to think that a Birkin does mean that you've made it. And by the way, when I do wear it, like one of those 5 times, I did feel like I made it. Like it does sort of give you that pep in your rich girl step, but like, you know, the Kardashians, as they've built their empires, they have huge closets just dedicated to Birkins. We talked about Alex Earl. Even men wear them. Like David Beckham has a huge one that he travels with. Drake has been collecting them for his wife, his future wife. He doesn't even know who she is yet, but like she is going to have a lot of bags, girl. Oh, and of course, Lauren Sanchez, the moment she got Jeff's credit card, like she has been at Hermes all the day. Like wherever she travels, she's in there picking up a new purse. Like if you are rich, if you are successful, if you have like a profile, you're wearing a Birkin. This is the bag. End of story. They are this ultimate symbol of like power and money and just opulence. And it's like everyone from Becca Bloom to like that random fashion girly that you follow who somehow went to Paris and got the Hermes appointment and ended up with a Birkin. And like instead of her feeling so overwhelmed and stressed that she just spent like $15,000 on a bag, she's posting about it with pride to show you that like she has this status symbol and I guess like has made a good money decision. I don't know. They're really in the culture. It's sort of chic. What's also crazy about the Birkin resale market is that the smaller the bag is, the more valuable it is. Like this is a 35, which is a big bag, but a 32, which is just a little bit smaller, would also not be as valuable as if I had the tiny one. The tiny ones go for 30 to 50% more on the resale market than the bigger ones. So yeah, this black one, it's not trendy, it's not new. I would really be lucky to sell it for what I put into it. So I bought it for $7,000. 4 or 5 years later, if I could sell it for $7,000, like that would be a good return. Meanwhile, if I had put that $7,000 in the market when I turned 30, it would be worth $13,700 today, assuming a 10% annual return. And I could sell it at the click of a button, because that's the other thing. When you are reselling an asset like this, a physical asset, it's the same as when you sell a house. It's all about the market. Like you have to figure out who your buyer is. And depending on what's going on in the world, you could either have more leverage or they could have more leverage. And I think that's something else that I really like about investing in the stock market versus buying these physical assets is that you can sell your stocks at the click of a button. Whereas when you are buying, even if you buy a house, which is a physical asset, you have to wait for the right buyer to come along and make you that offer that you can't say no to. Which is why they always talk about the 4 Ds of deal making: death, disease, divorce, and disaster, because those are 4 moments where people are more likely to like be vulnerable and just need to liquidate something. I'm going to tell you a story about the first time that I bought a Chanel bag, which was firsthand. And you guys, I was like so stressed the night before. Financially, I could afford it. Like, don't worry. I was like in a great place with my business. I was in Paris. I had planned for this. I was going to get the VAT refund. I was so excited. But I go get the bag and I sort of freak out at the store because it feels like this really high stakes decision, sort of the same as if I was like picking a stock or something. Like, I think I would be really overwhelmed. And I ended up buying this bag that's actually so ugly. Like, I should have brought it today. I'll put a picture of it. If you're watching the YouTube, it's this like brown Chanel 19 and it just like is not the vibe. You know what I mean? Like, it should have been classic. It should have been just like a bag that I could wear all the time. And this one is just like such a statement. It's that weird like medium size where it's not a tote bag, but it's not an evening bag. And it's like, it's too Chanel-y to really wear every day. Like, I have a lot of issues with it. But even with that bag, I've tried to resell it and that bag is in perfect condition and I bought it firsthand. And guys, I paid, I think also $7,000 for that bag and I could maybe get $4,000 for it. Like, that bag was a big loss. So, it's a tough game to play. And I think that it's sort of looked at the same way as people look at like buying individual stocks where they think that they can just like find the next Apple, but it's really not like that. If I buy any more Hermes bags, it'll be just because I love the bag and I want to wear it because they are, like I said, beautiful. The craftsmanship is crazy. You do feel like a rich, like queen when you wear it. I mean, there's something in the water there. You can't deny it. But the resale value just isn't there, And I think you really see this across the board with luxury bags. And it's almost another pink tax on women because we are encouraged and basically expected to have these designer handbags, to have always a statement handbag. It sort of goes back to like the it girl culture of the 2000s. Every girl had the Fendi Spy bag, the Balenciaga. Like, there's just been these tropes in fashion history that have prevailed, but they're really expensive and you should never purchase them unless your finances are in order and you're buying it from a place of fun instead of a place of investment. Like this whole idea of an investment piece really has to go. I actually think it's as bad as girl math because it's not an investment piece. It's a piece, it's gorgeous, it's chic, but it's not an investment. Yes, you can recoup some of your losses, but like it's not crazy, especially if you use it. And it's even worse with the other brands. Like the moment that you're buying Saint Laurent or Loewe or like even Chanel, the resale value is not there. It's really Hermes, Chanel, and Goyard that have the best resale value. And even with those bags, if you use them and if the bag that you originally bought is not super rare, then you're never going to get your money out of it. And this has harmed me personally. This would not be an episode about why I hate my Birkin and about the luxury resale market if I didn't call my friend Joanne, who I have been to Paris and Japan with on luxury bag sourcing trips. Like, I don't think you understand how hard I go with all of this stuff. This is sort of my hobby. And she's right there with me. So we're going to give her a call because she has way more Birkins than I do. Like the girl has, we're going to find out her exact number. I think it's like almost 5. And she really knows how to work the game. Like she's in this world. Oh, she's here. Oh my God. The Birkin Queen has joined us. Joanne, tell us, how many Birkins do you have? And how did you get them?
Well, I have more than one, and it's not really good measure to tell people how many you have. And you always keep them in a secure location, right?
So you can't even give us a ballpark? Like, is it more than 5? Is it more like, what's like, are we in the double digits?
No. It's less than 5, more than 1.
I actually do love wearing a Birkin. I just don't think that they're investment pieces. I think that they have some value. Like you're going to be able to recoup more of your money than if it was a different brand. But this idea, like influencers are always online unboxing this is my investment piece, my investment bag. And I'm like, babe, an investment is the stock market. Like that bag is a liability. It's chic, it's cool, it's pretty, it makes you feel rich, but it's not going to make you be rich.
No, but it's a better purchase than buying 2 Loewe's and
a bad Prada. That's actually a good way to look at it.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Like if you buy one nice one versus
Birkin versus
3, whatever, like second tier designer. Well, I'm excited to buy new bags with you soon. We need to do a shopping trip ASAP.
Yes, but
But
I think if you're in the market for a Birkin, the best thing to do is to go somewhere where you can see and touch one. There's lots of places, secondhand places that have them, because you can't do that in the Hermes stores.
no, we were in Japan at their Hermes store and we tried to touch a Birkin and they made us wear gloves.
No, I've barely, it's like touching grass, touching a Birkin, very difficult. And so I think you should go to places. There's, your local resale folks. There's lots of vintage stores. You can go in and look at a Birkin and see what size fits you, what color fits you. It's a very, very considered long-term purchase. Like, look, I am 60 plus years old. I did not get this until I was 60 plus years old. So I don't think it's a frivolous thing. I think it's like a thing that has to be considered. And
It's a like a forever bag.
Yeah, and you have to have a lot. You have to have some disposable income to have a Birkin. But just be clear.
100%. Like, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, it should be a fun, disposable purchase. It can't be something that you look at as like, this is going to make me rich.
No, it has to be fully disposable purchase.
Okay, I love that. I love you, and you're a queen. And I learned so much today. I've always been obsessed with luxury handbags, by the way. Like, I think part of my journey to becoming Mrs. Dow Jones was realizing I needed to stop prioritizing looking rich and actually work at being rich. Like, when everyone was doing that 2016 throwback trend on Instagram, my 2016 throwback was literally selfies of me at the Celine store with handbags. Like, at that time, I was working the front desk at a Pilates studio. I was working as a page at David Letterman, and I was babysitting a brat named Winthrop. And I still found the time to go to Madison Avenue, visit Celine, and look at the handbags that I could never afford because I just wanted that feeling. And I think I thought that if I just looked rich enough, like I would just attract money. But it turns out that that is not a wealth building strategy that works. You don't magically become rich just because you look like you have money. Like, most people go broke doing that exact thing. And I will say, like, when I started to make real money for myself, of course, my priorities are always to plan for my future, and I'm really good at that. But I always keep money aside for my wants, and so many of my wants have been designer goods, which I know is lame. Like, I know that I am literally falling for like this garment that costs probably $30 to make, but they're selling for $3,000 when I buy like a Prada sweater that says Prada on it. But I still like that. I just still want it. Like, I can't. Guys, like, I don't know what to say. Like, even I bought the Louis Vuitton duffel bag for travel with my initials on it. And like, that was like so exciting to me. I think I bought it for my birthday last year for myself. And it's like, I forced myself to use it, but it's actually the worst travel bag in the world. Like, it comes off of the handle nonstop. It barely fits anything. It's like weird because it's a duffel bag, but you're using it as a carry-on. So it's like sort of odd to put your laptop in there. Like, I don't know, but I feel a certain way when I wear it. Like, it's just, I can't help it. I really, like, I fall for all of this shit. And it's something that I have to really suppress. And that's why, honestly, like, I can't tell you as like part of this episode that I'm never going to buy another Birkin again. But I think more, it's just like, I think that I'm going to start wearing this one more casually because she's not really that valuable. And I should just enjoy her and enjoy the ride. I think it's fine to literally spend money on whatever you want. Like, getting value out of your money is using it on things that really make you happy. So if like carrying a Birkin really makes you happy, then that's actually like an amazing use of your extra income. But I think the problem with the bag is that we've been gaslit to think that it's this like amazing investment, and it's not, you guys. Like, it's like it's a better investment than second tier designer brands like a Prada or a Loewe, but like it's not going to touch the S&P 500. And if you're prioritizing buying a Birkin over like contributing to your Roth IRA or something, that's not smart. But like, if you've already contributed to all your tax advantaged accounts and like your brokerage account is popping and you've got some extra income, like, yeah, get a Birkin, enjoy it. Just don't think that it's going to like pay for your facelift when you're 65. If you want to buy a new Birkin, you're going to have to build a profile first. Yes, you cannot just walk into Hermes like some pleb and ask for a bag. What do you think this is, diva? You need to actually create a relationship with a sales associate and spend the same amount as that bag before on other shit from Chanel so that you build your profile. Translation, you have to spend thousands on shoes, bags, blankets, dog bowls, dog carriers. Not because you necessarily want them, but because you have to reach a 1-to-1 spending ratio to get a quota bag. So like if you want a bag that's $15,000, you need to first spend $15,000 at Hermes to even be offered it. And you have to build a relationship with your sales associate. You got to be texting that man like, you up, happy birthday, what's for lunch today? You got to be building that vibe with that person so that when he gets in his quota bags, you're top of mind, you're the front of his list, and he calls you and he says, get your ass to Hermes. We're going in the back room. I got something to show you. But what's even crazy about that is you can tell them which bags that you will want as your quota bag, but you're not guaranteed to be offered that. So he could say, get your ass down to Hermes. I got something to show you. And you could want a gray Togo bag 30 with palladium hardware. And he could give you a 35 purple with gold hardware and say, take it or leave it. This might be the only bag you ever got offered. What are you going to do? So they also force your damn hand, which is crazy because it's a big investment. Like, if you look at it as the ultimate bag, like this is the one bag that I'm going to need for the rest of my life, then it's sort of fabulous. Like, if you stop buying everything else and you just buy that, buy once, buy better, great. But don't buy stupid. And what's crazy is that in other countries, the spend ratio might be as high as like 1.5 or even 2. Like in Asia, they're fully making you spend like $30K to be offered even the opportunity to buy a $15,000 bag. And to me, that's a little MLM-y. Like, that's a grifter vibe. Like, it's a little bit that girl from high school messaging you on Facebook that she has a really cool opportunity. And then you have to like buy all the Mary Kay products. And then you've got to resell them and recruit people. Like, it's feeling a little bit MLM. There are even bait products. So like Hermes has those sandals with the H on them, the Oran sandals, or like the Hermes belt with the H, or scarves that if you buy to reach your quota, signals to the sales associate that you're not a serious customer. And they will also even like check your social medias, check your home address. Like they're going to do a full forensic report on you to decide if you are even eligible to be offered one of these bags, which honestly sucks for me because like I do think that I'm going to want another Birkin down the road. And like I am putting out a video podcast titled, Well, I Hate My Birkin. So Hermes, if you are watching this, like just know like it's not that I hate the Birkin. It's just that I don't think it's an investment. I think the bag is chic, but I just like don't think the girlie should look at it as like an index fund. And I want to be clear, just to be fair, this isn't just Hermes. Like the luxury game, this is how it works. Like if you want to get any watch, you need to first build a profile with that watch company. You can't just walk into Rolex and get a Daytona. You need to build a relationship with a sales associate at Rolex, buy other watches that are maybe like not as in demand as that one. And then maybe eventually they're going to offer you it. Same with Patek Philippe. And even wine works this way. Top Burgundy producers allocate bottles based on your spending history. If you are really at the top of the Hermes game, there's only one person that you're going to do it with, and his name is Michael, and he's based in Paris. And this is Lauren Sanchez's sales associate. This is Kris Jenner's sales associate. This is definitely Alex Earl's sales associate. Like any celebrity that you see with a sick Birkin, they're getting it through Michael. He is so connected and he has access to all the best bags. And these women are just throwing goops of money at him. Like literally, Lauren hosted a private shopping event for her bachelorette with him in Paris. So you can only imagine how much all those girls spent. And he will hook you up. But I think that he probably has a lot different access than like the Joe Schmo who's working the Hermes in Williamsburg. You know what I mean? Like, so you even have to have strategy with that. It's a whole game and you have to want to play it. And it actually takes a lot of energy and effort and of course money. To wrap up, Hermes is iconic. I love my bag. I actually do. I don't hate you anymore. Don't worry. But Hermes is, a pyramid scheme. It's a luxury hustle wrapped up in designer. Like, let's not fool ourselves. This is crazy. It's crazy that you have to spend money to be able to be even offered this bag. And that like the culture positions it so much as an investment when you actually look into it, it's not. But I'm only going to buy it because I can afford it and as a liability. I'm not going to look at it as something that's going to fund my future. I'm going to just look at it as something that makes me feel fabulous. And for the love of God, I'm going to use the shit out of the bag. Like this baby, I am going to bring on the subway. I'm going to bring to the airport. I'm going to wear her in the rain. Like me and you, girl, like we're about to go on some adventures, like that's the point. That's how you should use it. And then when I do want to make money, when I am putting money aside for my future rich person, I'm going to put it in the stock market. I'm not going to put it into orange bags because I know the truth that these are not an investment. They're beautiful bags. They're going to last forever. They may prevent you from buying other stupid things because you have like one great thing that you don't need to replace, but you're not going to be able to resell it for way more than it's worth. And it's certainly not compounding. So yes, I feel like the moral of the story is that looking rich and being rich are two different things. Only one of them is actually going to change your life, and the other is going to add to your life, but don't think about it as a safety net of any kind. By the way, I also bought my Kelly. Oh, bet you didn't know I had her too, bad girl. Okay. I actually do wear her a shit ton. Be nice. I love her. Also got her secondhand. She's iconic. She's gorgeous. I am actually, I think, more of a Kelly girl than a Birkin girl, but like, this is the ultimate bag. I wear it all the time. It's such a good size. I love her. But she's not going to make me rich, but I love her. She makes me look rich and feel rich. And that's powerful too. Okay, I've got to go hang out with my bags, but thank you so much for listening to Financial Tea. Be sure to rate and subscribe wherever you watch or listen to this podcast. It helps the show so much. And remember to email tea@mrsdowjones.com if you have any financial tea to share. I read every submission and guys, like, I'm here for it. Keep the tea coming. Keep it piping hot. Subscribe, follow, and rate. Stay rich. It really helps the show, but seriously, stay rich.